Welcome to Healthy Lifestyle with Lori Anne. I am Lori Anne Casdia, and we are here today with our good friend Linda Marie Paul, who of course has us all laughing here in studio because our ears just got a little blown out with a little bit of pre-entertainment. Anyway, our goal here...
If it was you belting the Star Spangled Banner, that would have been another story.
Oh, you're so kind. Then
Amazing.
Oh, thank you. I would have had to stand back from the mic, though. So our goal here at Healthy Lifestyle,
What's our goal?
Other than to make you
happy.
laugh, is to inspire you, educate you, empower you, and fulfill you.
I love that.
So that you have a really good, healthy, happy life.
That's so important.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Happy, healthy.
And that's why we laugh so much, right?
Yes, for sure.
I love doing this because we get to bring all different kinds of modalities and interesting people on, and we get to talk and share and help people smile a little bit on a Saturday. So today I'm so excited.
It's so beautiful, the weather. Isn't it amazing?
Oh my gosh, it's
what a
beautiful.
blessing. I can't believe how gorgeous it's been every day.
Although I do prefer the warm weather. The fall has been just beautiful. So we love it. So today we have on our show Piccola Opera Company. They were out in Southampton.
I know. What a beautiful experience. I was so upset to miss it.
Yeah, it was really great. I had the honor of emceeing it, and it was just so good. The opera singers were, besides being incredibly talented, they were so kind and so nice and so, like, kids started singing opera. That's how inviting they were. When you see the children get really engaged in that, you just know that they're just sending out goodness out in the world. So I was really energized to invite them on here. I really felt like it was necessary to lift up what they do. And they are an opera company. They're a 501c3 opera company. They're out of New Hampshire, and they work with young and emerging opera singers. And I got to tell you, one of the opera singers are on today with us, Linda Marie.
I can't wait.
She's fantastic.
Will she sing for us? Are you singing for us?
I hope she does. I don't know.
I hope we get something.
So we have Jane Cormier, and I probably mangled her name again, and Ashley Noel Terrian. Oh my gosh, I'm so terrible with names today. Anyway, so we have them on. Welcome to the show, Jane and Ashley. Don't be mad I mangled your names. Tell us what your names are properly.
You didn't mangle them. It's Jane Cormier.
Cormier, okay.
We're happy to be here. Thanks for having us.
Oh my gosh, so happy to have you here. I have to tell you, it was such a good treat. And I MC a lot of things, right, Linda Marie? As do you. We MC a lot of different events and stuff. You guys are the best. You're the bomb. You're such nice humans. We love that.
Thank you. That's what happens when you like what you do. It's true.
It's so true. We talk about that here on the show all the time.
Can I just interject? I know that the Hampton's such a beautiful place. I'm so happy that you guys came down to be on the island with us, because there's just so much artistic beauty out in the Hamptons, whether it's the people, the places, the water, the gardens, the farms. And I just think the spirit that comes there is so beautiful.
Yeah. Well, we
couldn't agree with you more. Yeah, we absolutely loved our time there.
Yeah, it's really great. And matter of fact, Ashley, I think I was talking to you about Linda Marie. Remember I told you about this wonderful woman who does events? That's Linda Marie.
She was so sad to have missed being there with you all.
Yeah, no, it's so superstar, unbelievable. So why don't you tell us a little bit about the mission of Piccola Opera Company?
Sure. So we've been in business for a number of years, but this past year, despite COVID, being the nasty thing that it was.
When did that happen? Oh my God, did you miss that, Linda Marie?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah.
I know. We actually worked right through it. We kept a vibrant company going in many different ways. We got really creative. And fortunately, we did have a nice summer festival in Rindge, New Hampshire, 3 weeks. We're really focused on trying to help the emerging opera singer find a way to perform on stage and to practice everything that they've gone to school to learn. And finding those venues for these young singers that don't have the big resume yet can be a real challenge for the singer. So our mission is to educate the public with regard to opera, but to also offer emerging opera singers the opportunity to get out on stage in front of audiences.
That's beautiful, because if they have it within their soul to want to do that, they really don't have a place. A lot of the schools don't provide something like that. A lot of the arts around the area, don't particularly focus on something like that, I don't think.
Yeah.
But you're here to educate us and let us know where people can go and how they can become more involved. And, people sing, I know, in the shower, or, if you're in the car and you get a great acoustic, you're like, oh my gosh, they sing so well.
Yeah.
But that's just
good.
to yourself. But when you go into a moment and you realize that there's something in there and you need the guidance, you need the help, and you need the support to have the confidence to get out there and do it.
Right. Don't forget, we also need the audience to come out and see opera, because our education process is for the singer, but it's also to educate our community into the bounty of beauty that is in the world of opera. So it works every way you look at it.
Do you feel that people are shy to opera, that they feel that maybe they're not educated enough, they don't know the language, or...
I think you're right on the money.
Well, and what I like about this, and Linda Marie, because you weren't there, I'll explain. When they sing, and this is the key, and I think this is what I watch, because I watch the audience, you know me, I watch everybody. I was observing the audience as I was also being entertained. They explain the story. Then they sing the song, and then they explain what's going to happen or what just happened. So you kind of, even if you don't understand
you
fall in love. And then when you hear them say, "Oh my God," it's like angels singing. I don't. Who was the tenor there, Ashley? What was his name again?
Michael Gonzalez.
Michael Gonzalez was like having, Caruso standing in front of you. Unbelievable. This beautiful voice comes out of his mouth, and I'm like, what the heck is that? You just fall in love. You absolutely fall in love, not only with them, because they're just so warm and inviting, but also you fall in love with opera. You really do. I mean, we literally, Ashley, you can attest to this. We literally had little ones singing opera as they were walking out. They were singing.
And I'm sure Skip.
Yeah, it was pretty special.
Yeah,
it was beautiful.
Really, really good. So you worked through the pandemic. You were able to continue to get our beautiful voices out there, let people really see these gifts in the individuals. How do you really fulfill this mission, though? What are the steps that you do to help get this information out? Because I love opera. Matter of fact, I think I told Ashley this story. When I went to college, I went into performing arts, and they wanted me to sing opera, and they started me on German aria, and I'm like, please don't make me do that. I just want to sing Broadway. And I protested enough. They made me do it for a semester, and they kept saying, I should do this, I should do it. And it just wasn't where I wanted to be. Now I would give anything to do that.
Well, I mean, now you're a little older, a little wiser, and probably have time to really look at it.
Oh, Jane, you're so nice. You said a little. That's so sweet.
Yeah. We're all getting a little older, aren't we? Holy moly.
I don't concur.
Anyway, to answer your question about how we can fulfill this mission, we are called Piccola, which of course in Italian is little.
Little, yeah.
So we have Little Opera Company, and Little Piccola Opera is looking to engage a larger venue in the upcoming, our 10-year goal, a 10-year plan, is hopefully having a nice bee house, which would be a, well-funded
That's what it's
house.
called, a bee house?
Well, the A house is, of course, the places like the Met.
Gotcha.
Multi-million-dollar opera houses, right? So we're not going to compete with the Met. No. But, if we could have a nice bee house with a nice in-house orchestra.
Absolutely.
With a season that runs all, throughout the year.
She meant not the letter B, Linda Marie, not the bug, the bee.
Well, there's a fly been flying around. I've been cutting flowers in the garden. Forgive me.
Goodness. Yes, no, sorry, no, letter B, correct.
I know, I understand now.
She's so pretty. So yeah, I love that. I know that will hurt me in the next segment. I know
it's the truth.
So I love that you have that vision, and that you're trying to get that out. How long have you been in business?
So Piccola has been around since 2011.
Wow.
I believe we were incorporated as a nonprofit, and we really basically were one production a year company when we started out, 3 years ago, we thought we were going to have to close our doors. We actually went dark for a year. Then I had this great idea to take our resources. We built back a board and had all these great plans, and then guess what hit?
No.
But, what do you do? When you get lemons, you make lemonade.
That's right.
We're in a good space to continue growing, and the last 2 years, although they certainly were forcing us to be creative.
Which is beautiful. The things that come out of need and necessity, it really just helps us to shine.
Yeah.
Well, but that also, it's a testimonial. It's a testament to the fact that you can stay in business and that you keep persevering, you keep pushing forward no matter what's going on. And I give you a lot of credit for doing that, because a lot of people just give up. And that's the people who are most successful. And this is going back to my coaching stats, my marketing stats. People most successful usually fail. And when I say fail, it's really fall forward at a minimum of 3 times before they actually get successful. So those overnight success, I'll say this like 90,000 times until people actually hear me. Overnight success took 20 years. Yeah. So
absolutely.
Yeah. So that overnight success syndrome that many people have, it doesn't exist. It just doesn't. You have to. It really goes back to what my mom and dad always said. It's hard work and preservation.
Well, Lori Anne's family comes from music as well. So to share that a little bit about herself.
That's true. Both of my parents were musicians. Yeah. And so I grew up in a musical family. Actually, in my household, I thought everybody's house was like this, but in my household, I had people like Maynard Ferguson and Lionel Hampton and Stephen Eady. I thought everybody's house was like that on Saturday nights at 11 o'clock. They would go over to the Westbury Music Fair, what used to be called the Westbury Music Fair. After they performed, they would come over to my house and they would jam there and hang out. And I would sit on the stairs looking between the bars of the railing and watch these people perform in my living room, thinking that everybody's household was like that. And it was really, really cool. So, yeah, I have a love of music. And thank you for saying that, Linda Marie. I do have a love of music. And that's why when I heard you sing, Ashley, you sent chills through my entire body. You just...
thank you.
Absolutely gorgeous. So tell us, Ashley, why do you do what you do?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. I have loved to sing since, forever. As a child, in fact, one of my teachers said to my mom at a parent-teacher conference, did you know that Ashley just sings all the time? And my mom was like, yeah, actually, I did. So I started taking voice lessons when I was 12, and then I ended up doing some musical theater. And then when I was 22, I started getting interested in opera, and then I started taking voice lessons in pursuit of that. And, it's been a few years, and here we are.
It's beautiful. How do you help the family or the child that doesn't have the support that you had growing up at 12 years old? The teacher encouraged you. Your family found resources to help you to grow in your craft. How do you take that person or that child when the teacher says to you, this young girl, this young boy has this, but they don't have the support? How do you help them to grow? Because it's within their soul. You know the joy that it brings. You know what you've created in your life and how you bring so much joy to others. Ow.
Yeah, thank you. I would say that's one of the things I love about Piccola Opera is we actually have a youth program. So if there are kids who are interested in singing the more classical style, they can work with us through that program. We find ways to work with people financially. We try to help anybody who really has that passion to sing find an outlet to do it. And Piccola really does that across pretty much the full spectrum of ages, from children through emerging professionals. And oftentimes the chorus will include people from the community of a variety of ages. So it's really special to just give people a place to sing.
Well, it's so competitive, and I in school I sang. I was in my play. I was second level, so I was one of the stars. But now I sing. I would be so shy, but to have that around you and to be in the chorus or get to do it, it was so wonderful. It was fun to act. It was fun to sing. It was fun to have that camaraderie. It was fun to have the craziness of, changing the set, changing your clothes, or it's exciting. It is.
I also have
There's
this.
nothing like it.
No, there isn't. I also have this.
There's nothing like live theater.
Fond belief.
Anything can happen.
anything, which is so great.
That's what I love about it. It's, you just never know what'll happen. And I also have a belief that when you're given a gift like this from God, source, universe, divine, whatever you want to refer to your higher power, when you have this, you have an obligation to share it. Mm-hmm. And I really feel that deeply. So when we crush little ones' dreams, or when we hold them back because of limitations maybe we have, that's not right. We need to allow them to soar and find these things and encourage them. So I really, some of the programs that they make fun of people who can't do it, that really hurts me to my depths, because you know what? At least they're out there singing, and it may not sound like you, Ashley. I certainly don't sound like you, but at least they're out there trying. And I always encourage that. So lifting people up, and that's one of the things, lifting up Piccola Opera Company to me is really, really important. Letting people know, making them aware that you have these programs and communities, outreach, that you're there and you can make a difference in someone's life. You never know who you're gonna touch and how you're gonna touch them. Mm-hmm. Even if it's singing a song to someone, you could really deeply, positively impact somebody else with music. So I think it's so important to keep you all rolling. So Jane, why do you do what you do?
What was that?
Why do you do what you do? What's your why?
Well, you've just been talking about it. I mean, the truth is I was an opera singer in my youth, and I was given some wonderful opportunities by very wonderful, quite famous opera people. And I was the last of 8 kids. You never would have caught me at an opera. I didn't even know what it was. I was the last of 2 if you had told me I was going to turn into an opera singer. But when I got married and started having kids, I wanted to settle down. I didn't want to travel anymore. And that's when the education process kicked in for me. Mm. But these past years with Piccola have been very special. I love the fact that we can bring people to the opera that might never have had the opportunity to experience it, either in a seat or on the stage. So, it might not be on the grandest level just yet, but we're very proud. We have a great board. We have a lot of good supporters, and we have a lot of audience that appreciate what we do.
I love that you travel.
That's important. Yeah,
I love that what you brought to another area. So you just inspired all these people, which was so beautiful here on Long Island.
Hopefully we'll travel back. We're going to work on that.
I'm hoping, as far as I'm concerned, you guys are coming back. So.
Oh, you're sweet. Thank you very much.
Okay, I have 2 things. One, how do people support you, donate to you?
That was my question.
Sorry.
To say that.
We can ask it twice. We need double the money.
You're right. Awesome. You know what? We're online. Piccola Opera. www.piccolaopera.net.
Beautiful.
Please. Yeah, you should know my website, right?
.net or .com?
.net.
.net. Okay.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure. And I put it up in the chat box if you're watching us live on Facebook.
And besides a monetary donation, what other resources could you use that would be helpful to you?
You know what? If anybody has any kind of service that they would donate, we have plenty of people that help us in almost like a barter system kind of thing, that they can offer us a service that we could use for an event or...
Yeah, in trade for, say, advertising. If somebody has website skills or design skills, those are always needed. Those would be great. Also, any type of silent auction item donations are always appreciated. We use those at our fundraisers every year. And any in-kind donors would, of course, receive a letter from the company with, information with our tax ID, because it is contribution. Yeah, it's contribution. So tax deductible.
So I will say, Jane, talk to me about the website offline, because I can definitely barter with you and help you out with that.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's
Thank you.
Not a problem at all. Would love to help you guys out. And again, what Michael and Ashley and the whole crew did coming down, so professional, so nice. And I've dealt with a lot of, we'll just say, high maintenance performers in my lifetime.
What was in your green room?
They had a green room outside. It was so green. It was outside.
Mother Nature.
They were so wonderful and just so grateful for just having a chair. It was amazing. And I've dealt with a very high maintenance performers, and it's not joyous in any way, shape, or form when they're like that, because there's no need. You guys were just so, I couldn't do enough. Everybody wanted to do more for you, because you were so grateful of everything that happened and so kind, and didn't didn't have any kind of expectation. You went with the flow. And that's why I think that it was impactful. Plus, as role models, you showed that to the youth who was working with you on stage, that this is the way you're supposed to be. There were no divas. There were no divas. I could just say that. So I appreciate that. And I know that it may not mean anything because you guys do that all the time, but it means a whole lot when you see the other side and it's not pretty.
No, it really means a lot to hear it. I can say for the group of singers that you had there, we were truly there because we just love to sing, and especially after the last year and a half. Anytime we have the opportunity to be in front of a live audience, we are just
magical.
So grateful and happy.
And we could tell that. Thank you guys so much for being on.
So girls, what you don't know is we're going to salute you a salted caramel espresso martini.
Oh my gosh, we do have this because Linda Marie is the expert and the event master of the year. Jane, Ashley, thank you so much. Anybody interested in Piccola Opera Company, please go to www.piccolaopera.net, and it'll be on our Facebook, and I'll also put it in when we make this into a podcast.
Can't wait to meet you.
Cheers, and we look forward to seeing you next summer again. And please come back on. We want to talk more about your opera company and all the shows that you're doing.
Awesome.
Bye.
Take care. Everyone, you are listening to Healthy Lifestyle with Lori Anne. We are going to come right back because Linda Marie has once again done it. Oh my goodness. Yes. Okay, well, welcome back to Healthy Lifestyle with Lori Anne. I am Lori Anne, and if you have any questions or comments or you just want to chat with us, we love to hear from you at Healthy Lifestyle. Please email us at healthylifestylewithla@gmail.com. That's healthylifestylewithla@gmail.com. So thank you so much for joining in on our first half. And now we're coming over to speak to Linda Marie Paul, who is Linda Marie. You are like an events goddess. I love what you do. And you made this, you'll be able to see it on Facebook if you go to our Facebook page. You made this beautiful spread with decorations, the whole 9 yards. You always decorate our studio. But before we get into that, can we discuss that man who stopped in? So our studio's in an airport. So we're in MacArthur Airport. And this guy stops by, and of course, Linda Marie, being the mayor of all mayors, she leans out and she goes, "Can I help you?" And he goes, "Yes, I'm looking for my ex-wife." So
and I said, "Did you really want to find her?"
And he was like, "Yes, I do."
So FYI, he was like 87.
Okay.
I'm just saying. And they were divorced for 40 years.
42, sure. 42 years, and he was looking for her, and he was just looking around. And Linda Marie said, "Come back and let us know when you find her."
She was so cute.
Adorable. And he was so happy. You could see how happy he was.
If Lori Anne would have given me more time, I would have found out a little bit more information. I would have found out why they divorced, how they're seeing each other. But she just like the show had to start. Michael Joseph, do you concur?
87?
Yeah, he was for sure like 87, 86, maybe even 88. I'll give him 88.
Yeah, he was, yeah.
She was amazing, though. She looked fantastic.
She looked
cute,
terrific.
little haircut, makeup, clothes,
and let me just back up for a second, because what you just said, that if I would allow you, girl, I've never, well, that's not entirely true. I have another girlfriend who does this. I am amazed at the information you get out of people. And they just willingly just throw it up on you. And you just ask these questions and they just tell you. But they tell you like everything as if they've known you for years. So, and you do have that propensity to do that. I find myself doing that. You're like, so, and you give us that little look and you go blink, blink. And all of a sudden I'm like telling you everything. It's like,
I actually just met somebody recently, and that person happened to say to me, "I don't know why I'm telling you all this."
Yeah.
And I said,
"It's Linda Marie. That's why you just do that." You're almost like, what do they call those machines, Michael?
Oh, I don't want to be a machine.
Those truth.
Those.
Oh, the lie detector.
Lie detector. You're almost like that.
Oh, I am very good with that.
Yeah.
If I don't like you, or I don't tell you, if I like
I don't
everybody.
know. I was going to say, I don't not like anybody.
Everybody. But if there's someone that I don't get a good vibe from, just listen to me right from the very start. That moment I tell you.
Yeah.
I'm nice to everybody, but if I don't get a good feeling,
I know, because you also pelt them with questions. So really? Is that really what you think? Show me how.
That way.
Show me how. Show me on your phone right now. Show me. I want to see it. What? What is she doing? Why is she peeing like
so
that?
I made a beautiful soup today.
You did.
I went to the little farm stand to go buy these cute little pumpkins and gourds to we decorate the table. I called Lori in this morning. I picked hydrangeas from my garden. My tree was 50 feet high. So I texted
Really?
her.
Really? You got to go there?
I'm like, could you please bring some pretty leaves from your house? She's like, no, we don't have time. I said, FYI, maybe you could have told me this a day before I cooked and shopped and did everything. Anyway, so I brought these beautiful hydrangeas. When I was at the farm stand yesterday.
No, I mean, I didn't have time to go get you leaves. Don't give me the hands.
Then, she had to interrogate you.
She did.
I was like, what she was doing.
I'm in between talking to like 3 clients. I'm online.
And
I'm
who's
doing
the priority?
my thing. Really? My clients?
I still have no leaves here, so I guess really.
She was multitasking her interrogation.
So they had a beautiful cheese pumpkin, which are really grown on Long Island. I was like, I'm going to make soup out of that.
Is that what this is?
Uh-huh. So it's a cheese pumpkin. I roasted it. And again, this was inspired by someone I had a conversation with this week. We were chatting. We were talking. They are, I guess, a pescatarian, eat fish. Mm-hmm. So, and then we started talking about soups.
Oh, my God.
I know, right? I mean, thank you.
It is so good. So you said you roasted it. What does that mean?
So I cut her in half. All 10 fingers are still here. I put her upside down, a little avocado oil, salt, pepper. I use real salt, which comes from the salt mines in Utah. So it's so good for you because it has a lot of minerals that we need to replenish in our bodies.
Right, no chemicals.
Roasted it, exactly. Roasted, well, who knows?
You're chemical free. As much chemical free as we can be.
You can't be completely chemical free. You can't be completely organic. You know, the birds fly, they poop on different farms, and that's the truth. So
she said poop on farms as I took a mouthful of soup.
So I roasted it, and then what I did is I tried to use avocado oil because it's such a good oil for you. It cooks at a high heat point. And that's it. I just, I look for recipes online, and then I just kind of do a mixture of whatever I want. Sorry, the hands go.
Italian, talking with the hands, baby?
Yeah, I know. I'll tell you. So that's it. I did that. I put a little sage. I put a little thyme. And then I went downhill. I did a beautiful vegetable stock with it, so it's really completely vegan. And then I was like, I think it needs a little sweetener. So I put honey in it, so it no longer became vegan.
Oh, honey is not vegan?
It's not.
I did not know that. Yeah. Why is it not vegan?
Because they feel that it's a cruelty to an animal. Some of the beehives, they choke. They're when they're little stingers, they could die. So some bee companies, when they stick their little stinger falls off and then the bee dies. But for me, I feel if it's a natural honey and it's out in the world and it's, we're pulling out the comb and we're just scraping off the honey, I don't feel it, but technically it is.
Oh, okay.
And then I just had a moment lapse of consciousness, and when I fried the sage leaves, I did that in butter. I picked up the butter instead of the avocado oil. And then we toasted the pumpkin seeds, which are beautiful, so it has a little crunch. I heavily salted them because she's a salt girl and she loves salt.
I am.
And then I
love you for that.
And then I thought, well, if I already ruined, the sage with the butter, I might as well make grilled cheese sandwich croutons with it.
The grilled cheese sandwich croutons? Yum. Absolute yum. And there's a flavor in there. It's not regular grilled cheese.
No. So I used a Colby Jack and I used a white extra sharp cheddar from one of the farms here locally. And then I decided, because I'm a mustard girl, I love all different kinds of mustards, I put a little grain mustard because I thought that would be a nice complement to the soup. Can I give you a little
It is.
Thanks.
It is.
And then, of course, we had to have dessert or a cocktail, so I decided to do a salted caramel espresso martini. So at 10 o'clock last night, I was at Starbucks getting espresso.
You're so good to us.
Because the mornings go so fast. And at the window, I was trying to figure out how many ounces an espresso was, so I came to the window, and while I was chatting with the girl through the drive-thru, 3 people came to the window, and they're like, what are you making? And so I told them, so they were excited. And before you know it, they were so lovely, so helpful. So then I said, can I have a little caramel? And they said, okay, because I want to do the rim, and I thought the pretzels would be cute because it's Halloween. Who's calling?
Megan's.
Okay. Hi, Meg.
I'll call her back.
And that's it. Of course, we love whipped cream, so I had to put whipped cream in it, make it fancy.
And then you put a little decoration of pretzels on it.
And then I took a organic.
This is not just pretzels, though.
Dark chocolate. No.
Around
So I took a dark chocolate organic toffee almond crunch candy bar, and I shaved it.
I saw you shaving it. I mean, you brought all your accoutrements.
Yes. And a little griller.
Little griller to have hot grilled cheese and the whole. We are very spoiled.
Oh, and it has sage brown butter in it, sprinkled on top.
This?
In the soup.
In the soup. Oh, my God. It's so good. Oh, and the butter? How'd you melt the butter?
Oh, God.
I had to. I had to. She was so proud. So we're sitting here, and obviously we're in a studio in the middle of an airport, so we don't have like kitchen stuff. And she has to melt the butter.
I said, "How am I going to melt the butter?"
She did say it just that high, by the way. And all of a sudden she goes, "I got it," and she kept saying, "I melted the butter. I melted the butter." In with gloves on.
Yes, of course I have gloves on.
You did what?
My little pinky.
And swirled it, melted the butter.
I did.
And then was very
I melted
proud of
all
herself.
that stuff.
And interviewed the man all at the same time.
Yes.
Oh, it was just amazing. So Linda Marie, she has many talents, doesn't she, Michael? Why are you shaking your head, Michael? He's holding his head and shaking it.
It was just a remarkable experience. No, because you're right. She was doing that while interrogating the 87-year-old.
Was I joking? I wasn't exaggerating at all.
She does multiple things, interrogating the butter and the guy, and then she was interrogating you and probably the people at the farm stand, too.
It was amazing.
It was so nice. Oh, so Jericho Cider Mill is where I bought those beautiful apples and pears.
Oh my
they're
God,
amazing.
Beautiful.
It's
that pear
201 years old this year. The Jericho Cider Mill.
Wow.
In Jericho, New York on 106 is 201 years old this year.
Wow.
They just had their anniversary on Saturday.
Congratulations.
I know. And Teddy and Carrie and family run it, and they bought it a few years ago. And it's just a beautiful family keeping nostalgia going, and their cider is amazing.
Oh my gosh, I have to get some.
So good.
I love hot cider.
I don't.
I mull hot cider.
Yeah, that's why I didn't make that today.
Oh, okay.
Sir.
I love that. Because you don't like it?
I don't.
All about you.
Yeah.
All right, I can't really say that because you made some of this for me. I know. Anyway, and which Starbucks did you go to?
I ended up going to the Starbucks on Sunrise Highway in Massapequa Seaford. So Kenzie was the girl who was there. She was adorable, and they were so lovely, and they were so giving. And I asked, and they gave. It was so cute.
They're so nice. People are really nice.
They are,
right?
aren't they?
Yeah.
I find more people are nice than not nice.
I do too. But it's also your approach too.
Thanks.
I know when we go into places and stuff like that, you can basically get the apron off the person if you wanted it. It's like, can I have that? Sure. And they just give it to you. I'm just like, how does she do that? And it was so funny. We went out. Remember when we went for the event I did at the house for Anthony and his brother and his wife? That we go out. We went out east together. We went on this like little escapade.
It was so much fun.
Oh, it was so much fun.
Can you believe it's a year already?
I cannot believe it's a year.
I was thinking about that when I was clipping the flowers out of the garden.
And I should have been getting the leaves, but I ran late. Okay. So anyway.
Can you believe how fast time goes by?
I know, time is
10
crazy.
Left.
So we go out there and remember the bakery that we went into?
I do.
And then you were asking for a specific cookie. So she's pointing to a specific cookie and she's not getting the right one. She goes, no, not that one. No, not that one. No, not that one.
Well, don't make me annoying.
It was, but it was really cute the way you did that. Because even when you say that, it's like it's adorable. And they're like, okay. The girl was getting annoyed though. At the end, she's like, get out. No, I'm only joking. But you got exactly the cookie that you wanted.
Because it makes a difference. It tastes different. Even when you go to buy a loaf of bread. Michael Joseph, no, when you're in Italy, you were just in Italy over the summer, and if you saw a beautiful loaf of bread, they all look gorgeous, but there's one particular one, and you know that one's delicious. That one's going to taste the best.
Yes, whether it be Italy or here, and my very Italian grandmother could even vouch for this coming off the boat in 1955. Even when we go to a supermarket right here, she looks at all the bread.
She's my kind of girl.
Yeah, she'll pick one up. And then she'll put it back, but pick another one, look at it, and then she'll take the one that she wants, and that's it after looking at a bunch of them. So, yeah, that's true.
And it calls to you. It does.
Yeah.
It says, eat me.
It does. It's like, I'm supposed to go home with you.
Yes.
All the food says that. Even when you're like picking out meat, if you eat meat, you're picking things out. Mm-hmm. It calls to you. It's like, I don't want this first package. I want the third one in.
Yeah, I don't know if you know this, but bread can actually use the force.
Really?
It can.
Well, everything has energy, right? We talk about vibration here.
See, they're calling me.
It is. It's the energy, and the energy is matching. So that's why it calls out to you. So I'm not making this up.
Can we talk about Fire Island, how amazing and how much fun that was?
Oh, my God.
And I wish you were there with us, but you were in Italy.
I apologize.
We missed you.
We did miss you. And how amazing. It was
so much fun. We laughed and had the best time.
My gosh. Okay.
The weather was beautiful.
The water thing, the flicking the water.
I do say I'm a little evil. I mean,
so
is
we're
that
working.
The right word?
No, I think you're mischievous. You're not evil. You're mischievous, and you're fun. So we're walking. We had this beautiful scrumptious dinner.
Wait, I just want to say there was one friend that picked on me quite a bit that whole time. So I really had my hands full, and I thought,
You mean Joe?
Uh-huh.
You mean Joe Munkle?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. So Joe and Kathy were there,
and they got engaged. It was
Again,
so beautiful.
They're already married, but she proposed to him.
It was so cute.
Yeah.
It was the sweetest ever.
It was really sweet. But somewhere along the line, things started getting awry. And by the way, Joe picks on everybody if he likes you.
So, which is, I got it. But as you know,
you get even.
I do.
I know, because she gets even a lot with me. Anyway, moving on. So that must mean you love me. But so all of a sudden, I see you hand something off at the ferry to Anthony, and you need to take the story from here.
Well, we were waiting at the ferry, and we were having so much fun, and they were starting to do fireballs? No, fire... What is that drink called? It's like
Rocket Fuels.
Rocket Fuels. Oh my gosh, people are crazy to drink those, but everyone loves them.
It was a little killer.
So they walked us to the ferry, which was so sweet to make sure I got on the ferry because I had to head back earlier.
It's a tradition.
Yes, and it's really so lovely. You have a welcoming party and you're having a going away party.
Always.
But we were sitting at the dock, when we were waiting at the dock, I was drinking my water and I was like, why am I
we were sitting at the dock of the bay.
Why am I wasting this water? So I kept flicking Joe when he wasn't looking because I took my straw with a little bit of the water and I went, and he'd be like, where's that? And I said, I guess it's a little windy today. The water's splashing up over the dock.
So in the meantime, he's asking us, he goes, is anybody else getting rain? Is it raining? Did anybody else get splashed? And we're like, no. And we're ignoring him. But we don't know Lena Marie's doing this. So then she hands this off.
I'm leaving. And I thought, well, I cannot waste this. And Anthony is just the most beautiful, funnest, loving. Her man is just the best.
He's the bomb.
So, and he loves to torture his friend too. So, especially if I could help Anthony get like one up on him, that was like the best. So I took Anthony to the side and I said, he's like, he's going to know. I said, no. So Anthony now is so drunk and he takes a straw and he's flicking it at me. And he did it like 5 times and he's like, it doesn't work. I said, no, you've been getting me wet every time. It was so funny. So then he did it their whole way back to the house. And now you take the story because I was no longer there.
Yeah, you had left. So he's flicking, he's doing this. But through it, like he's walking next to me and Joe and Kathy are in front of us. And he's flicking and Joe's like, what the heck? I don't know what's going on. And I still don't know that Anthony's doing this. So I'm like, Joe, what is wrong with you? And so we're walking all the way back to the house. We're getting to the house. All the way through, Anthony is giggling kind of like you. He's laughing and he's trying to like hold something in. I'm like, what is wrong with you? So he's hysterical. I don't know what's going on with that. Joe keeps looking around and looking up in the air. He looks like he's
but
like,
you could see Joe could have a temper too, really.
Yeah, you could cross
see,
it.
Exactly.
A little
you could
bit.
see he could pout a little bit.
So he's looking around. He doesn't know what's going on. We get back and he's like, seriously, nobody else feels this? And Anthony just cracks up like he's crying. He falls down on the thing and he's like, I've been doing it all the way, Linda Marie. And he tells him the whole story. And Joe is like, oh my God, I thought I was losing my mind. And Kathy was like, I knew what was going on. And she was hysterical too. But she wasn't telling anybody.
And she's so sweet.
Isn't she
so
sweet?
Fun.
I know. We have really great friends. It was a great dinner. It was a great time. You actually came earlier out in the week.
Yes.
You had come twice, and we are so blessed to have you twice.
Thank you for having me.
You need to just stay.
Thank you.
But so you came out early in the week, and you once again made this great, amazing. Like I'm telling you, she comes with these 2 tiny bags. They're like 2 little Ziplocs, and when she's done, you have this like spread for 250 people. It's amazing.
I'm Italian.
At what you can do.
I just have to have enough.
Yeah, but you. Amazing.
But it all goes. There's nothing left.
Well, but we had a great crew. We had a big crew. So she
and
did
then
this
the kids came.
Yeah, the breakfast thing and the whole. We have pictures. We'll share the pictures.
It was so great.
But so great. You're so good at what you do, and you're so loving. And I adore you. And thank you for this beautiful meal today. And thank you for just doing what you do. We really appreciate it. Next time, though, I just want you to come on so we can chat about a bunch of things and see where you are with your events. I know that you did a lot of events in Southampton and the Hamptons. You used to do a lot of stuff out there.
Quite a bit, yeah.
So
I love it. It's so beautiful to take. I mean, God gives you this beautiful space. So you have these people that have, done so well in their lives and they have these gorgeous homes and their backyard is the ocean and these gorgeous beaches that are just so pristine. And they're like, I want to have a party. I'm like, okay, I'll help you with that. And we get to just create or just to accent and make it even more beautiful. And the best part is that you have this beautiful space and now they're sharing it with their friends or people that they love or they want to have a good time with. And you're just enhancing what's there.
Yeah.
And you realize at the end of the night, 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night, you're sitting under the stars and you're hearing the ocean and you have your toes in the sand and everyone just had some good food and a lovely cocktail and listened to great music. And
you know what I love?
It's amazing.
You're so focused on on all the right things. You're focused on all the right things, being together with family and friends, having a good time, enjoying a meal together. We are really blessed. And on Long Island, we have so many blessings with the environment that we're in, the beaches that we have, the resources that we have, and really, really good people. So
you went to the Hamptons in Southampton, in that beautiful park, which is right there.
Yes.
And you listen to opera. Yeah. And then the kids got to skip home and go home to their house. And they would have never had the opportunity to be a part of that or hear that. So who knows who they just inspired to be what they're going to be, or what you instilled to them to give to someone else.
Yes.
That they'll see that in someone else that they might not be capable of.
And that's what I mean when I say we're required, if we have gifts like that, to share them, because you never know who else you're going to inspire. And that's why do a little something for someone else, especially if you're in a bad mood. Help someone else. It takes you right out of a bad mood, because you can't be grateful or happy and angry or upset. You cannot be the same at the same time. It just doesn't work. So choose grateful, choose happy. You find joy in everything that you do. You bring joy everywhere you are. It's just who you are, and that is why you attract the people that you do. And I love being in your presence. We always have a lot of fun. We do laugh a lot. And other stuff we just let roll off our backs like a duck, right?
Sometimes it hurts. It hurts.
Well, it doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. We just move on. We don't focus on it.
You need to.
Well, you have to. Otherwise, it could drive you absolutely to drink.
Tell us one thing you want to tell us about you, or something new that's happening in your life or in your professional world that you want to share with everyone.
So 2 things, and thank you for saying that. My V-Tail books is out with Courtney.
Boom Boom.
Yeah, Courtney Boom Boom Crockett.
So fun.
It's on Amazon. It's called V-Tails, and it's Vitality Classic Cocktails. Yeah. So we take essential oils.
So, okay, maybe we'll make those next time.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, perfect. Essential oils, and we put them into... and make drinks out of that, and they taste really good.
Rush.
Okay, and then the last thing is I have my success mastermind.
Woo! Do you have any spots left? Because I know they were going so quickly.
Yeah, well, we opened up another session, so
congratulations.
so we have another session.
She rocks.
Just reach out to us, ldcstrategies.com. But in the meantime, Linda Marie, always a pleasure. Let's sit here and finish our
Michael Joseph.
Piece.
He's the best in the whole
Michael
wide
Joseph,
world.
we love you, and we're very blessed to have you. Thank you all for joining us today
Thanks
on
for being
Healthy
our supporter.
Lifestyle with Lori Anne. I am Lori Anne Casdia, and this is Linda Marie Paul. Until next time, play a higher role, serve a higher purpose, show up for you, and show up what, Michael?
Big.
Cheers.
Cheers.